Yo, what's good, YouTube? This is Jay from TNJ, and welcome back to the Nashville Stars Franchise. We are neck and neck, and today we will conclude the regular season as we are in a three-way race for the AL East. Who would have thought at the beginning of this year we would be in contention for this division? I thought that we had a big chance at a wild card spot, but had no idea we'd be this close. We have about a month left of the season, and we're 2.5 games back. And we start out the month of September versus the Blue Jays. Now down by actually a tie ball game here in the third inning. This is going to be a hit to the right side. Kerry Doss coming through. A guy we're going to need to really come through with that bat. He missed a chunk of the season due to injury, and he makes it 1-0 here in the third inning as we are at home here at Music City Field. Here is Devers up to the plate next, and he hits a tapper down the right field baseline, and it will be another run scored. 2-0 here in the third off of Jose Barrios, who's one of their best pitchers on their staff. Dom Thompson-Williams to the plate, and he gets one over the middle of the plate, goes to opposite field. This one will get to the wall. 3-0 here for the Nashville Stars as we start out this episode hot here in the first minute and a half of this video. I love Dom Thompson-Williams, his ability to hit to all fields with power. It's just crazy to see what he's turned into. Buddha Bless at the plate, who has been a really solid rotational player, but he does ground out to second base, and it's 3-0. On to the fifth inning. This is Willy Adams at the plate. He gets an inside pitch, drives it deep to center field, but George Springer running this one down, and that will be the first out of the inning. That brings up Kerry Doss, who had the RBI earlier, and he will walk. And now we have a man on first base. The meat of our order coming up to the plate. Rafael Devers, a chopper to second. This one could be two. They throw it to second, and the throw is way offline. It goes all the way to the bullpen, and now we have runners on second and third. A major lapse in the defense that time by Toronto. Those are the plays that make the difference between winning the division and going to the wild card game. As here's a hit up the middle. Dom Thompson-Williams comes through again. 1 run comes across. 2 runs will score in. Thompson-Williams makes it to second, and they will rule that a single with an error. It's a 5-0 game here in Nashville. How about this start? And that's just a hard hit ball by Dom Thompson-Williams, as now they do pull Barrios and go to Jared Ecoff out of the bullpen. Appeared in 49 games, but it looks like both left-handed and right-handed hitters are both hitting well versus him. As that brings up Buddha Bless, fly ball to center field, and the throw will be on time. We will hold the runner up at second base, bringing up Taylor Trammell. He is 0 for 1 today, but you know he has that power. Oh, he gets a hold of this one. It's deep to center field. This one's gone. Nashville setting the tone for the month. Taylor Trammell's 26th home run of the year. He absolutely crushes that pitch. And we're still staring at this 5th inning, but Jacob McCarthy does go down swinging on the inside slider. But what an effort here by the Nashville Stars as now we move on to the 9th inning. It's now a 9-5 game. Toronto kind of comes back in this one, but a double play will end this game, and we end up getting the victory. Madison Bumgarner got the start today. He gets his 11th win on the year also. And what a great game here for the Nashville offense. It just seems like we are starting to click at the right time, and Madison Bumgarner definitely giving us a boost in the rotation. He's the perfect fit for this team. So we start out the month of September with the win. We go on the road. Actually, we are at home and we play Tampa Bay. We have quite a few home games in this month because we have been on the road quite a bit here in this season. So we end the month strong in Nashville. We get to the September call-ups, and one guy I'm going to call up is Enrique Bradfield Jr. He is now at 75 overall. We all know how great of a runner he is, but now he gets his shot at the show. I think he's going to be a excellent, if not hitter, but an excellent guy we can just pinch run for guys and really just make sure we get guys in scoring position and manufacture runs that way. So now here we go. We face Tampa Bay, who is out of the playoff race, so we will need to win these games here. And Enrique Bradfield Jr. will just get the start today. His first pitch he sees will be drived over the center fielder's head, and that will get to the wall. It will be a double, but no, Enrique Bradfield, it's always a triple. He starts out his MLB career right there with a leadoff triple. If that is a sign of things to come, I swear this kid is going to be special. He doesn't have the greatest of arms, but he can get to everything. He is an excellent fielder, an excellent guy getting with his reaction, and I can't wait to see what he's going to turn into. I think he's going to score a lot of runs here for the Nashville Stars in the future. Well, at the number 2 spot in this lineup, Rafael Devers comes to the plate. I don't know how this lineup's going to look with Bradfield, but Devers crushes one deep to right field, gone. This is going to be a whole lot of fun seeing these guys grow together. I love what I see, and it's 2-0 here. Our offense is just electric this year. 35 for Rafael Devers. Can he get to 40? I think he and Willy Adams are having a little side bet this year. Who's going to get the most home runs on the squad? 2-0. We move on to the 5th inning. Enrique Bradfield Jr. hasn't gotten a hit since, and I think that even though he is in his debut, you definitely see the potential oozing out of him. Bringing up Dom Thompson-Williams, who moves down to that 4 spot in the lineup with this lineup here. He gets one over the middle of the plate. This one's going to be high in center field, deep and back at the wall, and it makes it over. Man, this kid is special. The funny thing is that I just wish he was 4 years younger because he has so much more baseball to play. He has fresh legs. Even at the end of his 20s, he is 29 years old. He's got fresh legs. He's got a fresh bat. He's ready to play. And it's 4-0 here. We move on to the bottom of the 7th inning. Enrique Bradfield ground ball too short, and he will beat this one out. That's one thing I like too. A routine ground ball, you're not going to get many double plays out of him. That brings up Devers in that 2 spot, and we always send Bradfield, and he's going to do a lot of this. Getting to second base because a base hit's going to score him. Devers continues this at bat, though, 2 for 3, and he does swing a little bit too early at this one. A pop-up in the infield. And 2 outs as that's going to bring up our number 3 batter in this lineup, Willy Adams, coming to the plate. 2 for 3 today. 3-2 pitch right over the plate. That's smoked. It's a home run. How many will we hit in this episode? Willy Adams will hit number 36 on the year. He and Devers are neck and neck. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. Who's going to drive in the most runs in this lineup? Because having Enrique Bradfield, Dom Thompson-Williams, Kerry Doss, Devers, and I should mention Willie. Who am I forgetting? I don't even know at this point. I'm just so crazy over these guys. These guys are amazing, and you just see it in this episode. So we get the win in that game, and now we move on to game number 2 in this series, and now we're in a 12-11 game. Nashville up by 1 in the top of the 9th inning. Pablo Moya coming in for the save late. We all know he was an all-star. He's an excellent player. And here facing Mike Zunino will get the strikeout as Wander Franco is on first base. They have a runner. They might send him here. As that brings up Steven Duggar to the plate. This is going to be a fly ball, deep center field. Trammell giving chase, but he does run this one down. So 2 outs, 1 out away from the win, bringing up Gabriel Rodriguez, one of their young, bright stars in their organization, but they will send the man at first base. It's Franco. What a great throw by Kurt Zambrano, and we get the win. A risky decision right there from Franco, and it ends up backfiring as we get the 12-11 victory. So after that game, we are officially on a 4-game win streak here to start the month, and we are in first place. We are ahead of the Blue Jays by 1 game, heading into a 3-game set on the road. And in game number 1, we end up getting the victory 11-3. Troy Quincy versus Jose Barrios. Quincy gets the best of him. So now we are up 2 games in the division, and Toronto gets 1 back to 1 game as Bo Bichette gets player of the game, going 3 for 4 with 2 runs, an RBI, and a double. And now we look to game number 3, looking to create some distance here in this divisional race. And that's going to bring up Jorge Alfaro in the 6th inning. Men on first and second. He gets a pitch up in the zone, and good timing. Just gets under it a little bit. It's a fly ball in the infield. Toronto is playing this game for a tie of the division lead as that brings up Tyler Black, who got moved up last episode, and he swings at one slightly out of the zone, and Bichette is under that one. 2 outs. We could squander this inning, men on first and second with no outs, but here's Willy Adams. The top of the order is back up at the plate, and he swings at one out of the zone, and it will just be a chopper to second. No runs doing in that inning. We move on to the top of the 8th inning, now down by 2 runs. Men on first and second again, and Willy Adams gets another chance. He is 0 for 4 in this game. Low pitch in the zone is a sinker. 3-1 pitch. He's going to get a better pitch to hit this time, and that one's a laser down the right field line. It will score 1. Adams gets to second. The runner moves over to third, and now we have runners on second and third. It's now a 4-3 ball game, and we're setting up for a big inning here as Kerry Doss comes to the plate. He does fly out, bringing up Rafael Devers. 3 for 3 today, and he will walk. That brings up Dom Thompson Williams, one of my favorite players, and I will repeat this every episode in this series because his expectations were low when we traded for him, and he has just shattered them. Bases loaded, 1-2 count, 2 outs, facing Joe Jimenez. High pitch, and Dom Thompson does strike out swinging. As we move on to the 9th inning, Toronto looking for the 1-run win here. As here is Buddha blessed to lead off the 9th inning, facing their closer, Jordan Romano. And we'll see what happens here in the 9th. And that one will be a hit by pitch on Buddha Bless. Wow, I am surprised right there. A lapse right there by Jordan Romano. And look who we're bringing in to pinch run. Who else? Enrique Bradfield Jr. You already know what we're going to do in this situation. Try to swipe second here. And we will do that as the throw is there, but Enrique Bradfield, too much speed at first, and he will get in around the tag, I should say. Taylor Trammell continues this at bat now, a 3-2 pitch, hitting in that 6th hole, 1 for 3 in this game. He gets a low one. This one's hit deep to center field. A whole lot of carry, but it looks like it's just going to hang up there. Springer has a good arm in center field, but it will not get Bradfield with 92 speed. So now we have a man on third base. Infield is in to prevent the run at home. And Bradfield has the speed to score. This is a chopper to second base. The throw home will be in time, and Bradfield gets thrown out at the plate. Wow. You won't see that every day. But that brings up Jorge Alfaro with 2 outs. He gets one low. This one's driven deep to left field. It's going to get to the wall. McCarthy has decent speed. He will round third. He will head home. The throw home will be in time, but around the tag is McCarthy. A 4-4 ball game. A crucial game and a crucial comeback here for the Nashville Stars. And wow, how about the clutch play from everybody? As this inning is still not over. Tyler Black comes to the plate. Outside slider. That one could have went either way. It will be ball 4. That brings up the top of the lineup. Willy Adams, who has been so clutch so far in this episode, still sitting here at 35 home runs on the season. Can he make it 36 or at least just driving a run. He gets a pitch over the middle. This one's driven deep to left center. It's got carry. It will make it over. It's a home run, a 3-run homer. 402 off the bat of Willy Adams. The Toronto crowd is in shock. This is a sold-out crowd. They know how big this game is. And Adams just shuts it down. We move on to the 9th inning. Lewis Brinson up to the plate with 1 out. Ground ball to Tyler Black, and it will be a double play. How about the Nashville Stars? Surprising everybody this year. A big-time 7-4 victory. And now we have a 2-game lead here in this division. So we continue this month, and you can just see we play Boston, LA, Oakland, Boston again, Kansas City, and Oakland. All of these teams are not contenders at all. So we will kind of just simulate through a few of these games. The Angels they have a record that's pretty good, but they're not going to make the playoffs. But we get a pretty big injury there in the middle of this month. Dom Thompson Williams, a pulled calf. 1 to 2 weeks, that will essentially sideline him. I will not rush him back early because we need him for the playoffs, obviously. So we're going to need to make a move here to supplant his production if we want to continue this race for first place. Ramon Salgado actually won Minor League Hitter of the Year, I believe 2 years ago with us. He is an excellent guy we have been developing, and look at the potential. Now we have another B potential prospect with Ramon Salgado progressing up to a B. So I'm going to move him up, and he is an excellent contact hitter. He gets on base at a very, very high clip. And he can also play the outfield. His primary position is first base, but I think I'm going to move him to be a primary outfielder. So here is his first at-bats here at the MLB level as we move him up in the middle of this month to play for the next 2 weeks, and who knows, if he does impress, he could make the playoff roster. Here is Jacob McCarthy, though, who comes up, and he hits into a double play, but McCarthy has enough speed to beat that one out. Taylor Trammell is having a good year, even though he's hitting .212. We will send McCarthy to second base, and McCarthy has some wheels. He only has 66 speed, but he is actually an excellent base stealer. Just an interesting skill set as Trammell continues this at bat. This one's hit a mile in the air. Deep to right field. It's into the water. It's a home run. Everybody hits home runs for us. Trammell, a 30 home run season is in sight. As that brings up Rafael Devers in the 6th inning. He's got a man on base here. And that one sent to right field. It's gone. Oh my goodness, this team just has a lot of pop in their bats. And man, who saw this coming? I did not. Adame is up in the 6th inning. Can he hit one? And no, it's an outside fastball. So much excitement here in Nashville. The crowd is packed as that brings up Ramon Salgado. So looking for his first career hit, and he hits one to the right side. That one will get through the infield. Salgado is a guy that will hit for high average, and now I'm excited because I did not know he was at B potential. Now seeing that he's there, he has a chance. McCarthy up next. He hits one well to center field. This one's going to be run down, but it will tag up the runner to third base. Now we have runners on the corners here. Forrest Whitley on the mound facing Trammell again. 1 for 2 today with a 2-run bomb. Making his second one. Home run, Trammell. How about the absolute maturation of Trammell at the plate? Because remember, when we first acquired him, his contacts were in the 20s. I believe his contact versus right was 28. It's now at 42. That's an excellent progression over a 2-year span, and it propels us to an 8-4 victory. And we are just absolutely rolling here. Hopefully we continue to win. Later in the month, we end up facing Kansas City. And this is a team that is not contending for the playoffs, but is a team that can beat you on any given day. We are on the road here trying to get a road victory. We are an excellent road team this year. That will be Ryan Bliss at the plate, and he will walk as it brings up Cedric Mullins, who has been their best hitter this year. Men on first and second, 1 out. This one will be an inside slider. That one's fouled off behind the plate. 1-2 pitch on its way. Pablo Moya, our closer, will get him to fly out to left field. And McCarthy playing in left today. 2 outs. That will bring up Elijah Green, who was once a top prospect in baseball. He was drafted in season number 1, number 2 overall. And he is one of the most electric players in baseball. But he flies out to right field, and that will be the game. Nashville wins a close one here on the road to end this month and hopefully propel us to a first-place bid here in the AL East. Willy Adams goes 3 for 4, another home run. And we end up winning a ton of games here in the middle of this schedule. Boston has no chance. They get swept in 4 games. We go on the road and beat Kansas City 2 out of 3. Then we split with Oakland here to get to 99 wins. Can we get to 100? Madison Bumgarner is on the mound for the last game of the season for possibly our 100th win. We are up 3-2 in this one as Eric Lauer is on the mound for the Athletics. This team is below 500, once again vying for a good draft pick. As now we have a 3-2 lead on to the 6th inning, and that one will be a solo home run by Rafael Devers, and we continue to add on 2 more runs in the 7th inning. Here in the 8th now, still a 6-2 ball game. And now we move on to the 9th. Oakland scores 1, but we hold on for win number 100. Nashville, with an excellent end to the season, will take the division. The Blue Jays end up with 96 wins. The Yankees end up with 94 wins. And we will steal the AL East. What a year it's been. And wow, what a journey to get to this point. Nashville will play in their first ever playoff series. This has been a whole lot of fun. We have had a lot of ups and a whole lot of downs, but we have made it here. We are in the playoffs, and I want to first recap this season. I want to go through the entire league, want to go through the entire roster, talk about who's going to make the playoff roster, everything like that, each division, all of that, all next episode. I want to recap, and I will also show the AL wildcard game with the Yankees and the Toronto Blue Jays, and the winner will move on to play us. That's going to be a whole lot of fun. I cannot wait. How about this season for the Nashville Stars? I don't know who's going to be on the playoff roster because we have a lot of questions to answer. Is Jesus Aguilar going to make it? He was a veteran who is a good bench bat. Does Enrique Bradfield make it? I mean, that speed is undeniable. We'll have to see. We talk about that all next episode, recapping this magical season. Hit subscribe, hit that like button. Stay tuned. Let's get it. Let's go.
I hope the rain don't come in November, 'cause the summer went way too fast. I'm trying real hard to remember